Hey guys, welcome back to my channel where today I'm playing with the Festival palette by Juvia's Place. This palette was gifted to me by a subscriber and I think the color story is so interesting and fun. I've played with it a few times now and today I tried to do sort of a smoky look. So if you want to see how I did it, stick around. If you've never been here before, hello, my name is Rachel. I'm a homeschooling stay-at-home mom. I love to play with colorful eyeshadow and I upload many videos every week. It's all eyeshadow related content, so if you like what you see and you want to see more, don't forget to like and subscribe before you leave so that you don't miss any new uploads. Now let's get going. Okie dokie, first I'm going to start by priming my eyes. I like to use the Glamlight Icing Primer in the shade White Frosting. I know I've said a few times that my description boxes are now being updated to include all the information I can find about the products that I'm using, including links on where to buy them, like from the palette to all of the eye and face products and lip stuff, and whatever I've got on today will be linked below in the description box. If I ever reference a video, I either card it above or I put that in the description box as well. And the same goes for playlists and, whatever else you may need to find. I try to make my description boxes pretty informative for you guys. If I reference other palettes, like if I do an eye or buy it video, which I haven't done in a while, but if I do, then those palettes are also listed below in the description box. I had done a poll on my channel recently asking my subscribers if you guys wanted more info in the description boxes or if you wanted them to just be a little bit cleaner. And about 75% of those who voted said, yes, we want more information. So just to accommodate you guys and give you the resources that you're looking for, all of that info is in there. Hopefully it's helpful to you. So today I'm playing with the Festival palette by Juvia's Place. This was gifted to me by a subscriber. And honestly, each time I look in this palette, the mattes really excite me. The mattes get me going, oh, that's such a fun color, especially this one right here. And this is a fantastic red. I have used this palette once before, but I didn't film it because it was just a day where I wasn't filming. And I did like the result I came up with. Now, today I want to try to play with this black shimmer because every time I look in the palette, I go, oh, what am I going to do with that black shimmer? I just can't think of how it works with the other colors. So today I'm going to force myself to use it and see what I can do with it. I am going to start though by dipping into a transition color. So I've got contractions, I've got a medium blending brush and I'm going into the shade Manwu. I don't know what any of these references are. I assume they're all African references of some kind. I don't know. I'm putting Manwu in my crease and I'm going to soften this out and blend it up towards the brow. So I don't want to take it too high. What I'm going to do with this look today is kind of a smoky eye where it's very dark just at the lash line and then the color is everywhere else. I haven't used this shade yet. This is a nice peachy tone, isn't it? I don't know why. There's something about the mattes in this palette that I just find really interesting and inspiring. And there are only 5 mattes, and generally I prefer many more options than that. But I think they're very interesting mattes. This palette catches my eye, and I can't really explain why. It's just a je ne sais quoi. There's something about it. Now I'm taking a smaller and pinched blending brush. I'm going into the shade Ofala, which is this beautiful vermilion tone. It's got my heart. I don't know. I think lime green and these bright, vibrant orange shadows are like my favorite 2 colors. This is a beautiful wash of peach. I like that a lot. Now I'm going to take this Ofala shade and put it lower than the peach on my lid. And I don't know if you noticed, but I'm kind of doing sort of a scoop shape as opposed to the flared out cat eye that I typically do. There's a little bit of that with the blending out shade, but pretty much keeping these tones in a half circle to outline my lid. And I don't need to bring this all the way down because I'm going to put more color, different color down there. And that color that I add lower will be more impactful if it's not on top of another shade. I've not yet found a way to do a smoky eye, which I like. I'm still experimenting with different techniques and different shapes and layering versus, do I start with a black lid of shadow or a black lid of gel? And I keep messing around because I feel like I haven't quite figured it out yet for my own tastes and preferences. And it's makeup, right? You can experiment, have fun. So once this shade is in place, I'm dipping back into that peachy tone. I'm not gonna blend like this because I don't want to splay out the orange. I just want to help blend the orange into the peach. So I've dipped the brush into the pan and then I'm just tapping the brush over the edge of the orange into the peach because I want them to blend together and not be one orangey peach color. if that makes any sense. I mean, there's going to be a little bit of an orange peach anyway, because it's an orangey peach red sort of look, and that's how the fade and the gradient will happen. I don't know if you can see the difference in what I'm doing. I'm just tapping back and forth. I'm tapping in the half circle as opposed to sweeping in that half circle, and it's making a big difference, I think. I'm now taking a much denser, stubby sort of brush. I'm going into the shade Izafa, which is the red matte, and this is going to take up the rest of my lid space. So I'll start at the lashes and cover that naked area, but it's also going to cover about half of the lid, because down at the very base of the lashes will be that black. I have no idea how this is going to look. I'm a little nervous about putting that black on because I've got this nice gradient here, right? But then that black is going to be such a big difference in color. I don't know how it's going to look. So my face might look a little more red now. I got some red powder that sort of sprayed onto the bridge of my nose, and then I made the mistake of wiping it, not realizing that it was red powder, and then I had this big pinky red streak. I'm like, oh no. Note to self, this red probably stains. Anyway, moving on. I think I've got my foundation now, so it's time to try this black. The black is called Keleke, and what I'm going to do is load it up onto a smudger brush, and I'm going to start it at my lashes themselves. So as deep down as I can get, just loading it into the lashes. Now that I've got it packed into my lash line, I'm going to load the brush now and then, maybe not every time, but slowly just work it up a little bit. It's not going to look quite natural because it's like a smoky eye is usually black fading into brown. Those colors are very close to each other. I've got black into red here, into orange, into peach, and so it's not going to be a natural fade. So I'm going to do what I can. Dipping back into the red tone that I've used, going back and forth. It's kind of like black into red, into black into red, back and forth, back and forth. It's taking a lot of work because these are not colors that naturally blend together. Blue blends into purple, yellow blends into green, black blends into brown. Black does not naturally blend into red. So I have to just give it time and work and work and work. I don't think I'm going to be able to get any closer with the colors that are available to me in the festival palette. And I would keep working at it, but I can hear that my baby's awake. She's just chatting right now, but she'll be more than chatting soon. So I'm going to dip into the Passion in Paris palette from BH Cosmetics because there is a deep red shade here called Grand Palais, and this one is like a black-based red. So I'm going to take the same dense, stubby blending brush that I used before for the red shade in Juvia's Place, and I'm going to put this exactly where the red meets the black, and see if it helps me transition those colors just a little bit better. Now I'm back into the shade Ofala, which is the orangey tone. It's really just a matter of working the shades around until everything is kind of ombre. I think that's looking pretty good. I'm not sure that I can get it much better with the tools that I have today and with my time limit. So now dipping back into Manwu, I'm putting this with a small blending brush on my entire lower lash line. Make sure you connect it with the colors in the outer corner, and then with the smudger brush going back into that dark red shade, and I'm smudging this in the outer lower lash line. And then I'll take that brush again and dip into the black, and I'll put this in the very, very outer corner. With a small flat brush, I'm taking dog hair. I'm taking the shade Uli, which is a white shimmer. I have sprayed it on my brush, and now I'm going to put this in my inner corner. Even when I do something smokier, I still like to highlight my inner corner with a bright lightning tone, because that's just my personal preference. I don't like to have deep depth all the way to the bridge of my nose. I feel like it makes my face feel closed in, and so I like to put a bright color there instead and contrast with everything else. I mean, it's not the most amazing shimmer, but it is a nice inner corner highlight, especially contrasted with the rest of the depth of the look. Okay, I'm gonna go off camera and catch the other side up. I will figure out a waterline color and be back in a second to show you guys how it turned out. Okay, and here is how it all turned out. It didn't take as long to do the second eye as it did the first eye, and I think that was just because I had done it before and I knew what to expect and what to do. Also, I think maybe I should have sprayed the black shimmer, but I wanted the look to remain a little bit more matte, and that's why I didn't. It may have performed slightly better if I'd sprayed it. Final thoughts on the palette in a second. The rest of my eyes, I finished up with a waterline color of Plum Smash from ColourPop. I did a black eyeliner along the top lashes, but I didn't wing it out. On my lips, I'm wearing Red Velvet in the NYX Butter Gloss. On my face, I've got the Tulum palette from BH Cosmetics as bronzer. I have this shade from Milani as a blush. It's 901 Luminoso. And then I have the Nomad Positano Sunrise highlighter. And that is everything. Some mascara, and you know, that's the works. Anyway, I think the look is really pretty. I think I am kind of getting better at the smoky eye idea. It's just a matter of practice. I have watched many videos on how to do a decent smoky eye. Some people are just amazing at making videos and giving you all the tips and instructions. Some people less so, but I've watched a good amount, and it's just a matter of learning what works for me, my preferences, my tastes, my product, my technique level, and also my eye shape. I don't know, there are so many variables when it comes to makeup, and it's all about experimenting and playing and seeing what you like and what works for you, because at the end of the day, who cares what other people think about your makeup? It's just you. I mean, this is my face. I have to deal with this, and so I want to go outside liking the way it looks. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I do hope you enjoyed the look, but it's not important if you didn't. Final thoughts on this palette. I have, again, used it twice now. Where did it go? Here it is. Okay, so this palette, my thoughts are that the mattes are great. I really like the mattes. I want to do a look focused on this red one, actually. I think the mattes are really, really nice. I'm completely unimpressed by the shimmers. I have used the shimmers aside from today's look. I used them before when I used these orangey red matte tones, and I used both of these shimmers as pretty primary shimmers with spray in the look, and they did not excite me at all. I just found them to be not bad. They weren't bad shimmers. They were just kind of standard satin formula, traditional shimmers. Not impressive. And I don't know if Juvia's Place has upgraded their formula at all. This is only, I think, my second impression of any Juvia's Place palette. Oh no, third, because I used Wahala 2, I've used the Warrior, and I've used this one now. So at no point have I been super impressed with Juvia's shimmers, but I do like the mattes. The only shimmer I haven't used is this blue one. I kind of want to use the palette again and just pair the mattes with more exciting shimmers from elsewhere in my collection and see what kind of fun looks I can come up with there. I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to like and subscribe if you want to see more, and hit the notification bell. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me today and giving me a bit of your time. Until I see you in my next video, I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.